Okay, so there's inflections, there's insights, there's future founder fit. To make this super real for, say, a product manager sitting at a company right now, I want to start a startup, or someone just starting to ideate on ideas, what are some things that you recommend they start to do this week, next month, to start to find a big idea or to start an idea? That doesn't have to be a big idea, an idea that'll take them somewhere.
The number one thing I like to say is get out of the present. And so like people talk about getting out of the building, and of course we should, but getting out of the present is a little bit more subtle than that, right? So William Gibson was right, when he said, the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. So most great startup ideas come from a future that exists right now today. And so when I like to say to people, and this is a question that I always ask when I'm pitched, is this from the future? And, and then some people will say to me like, hey, I have a mental health startup. Mental health is a huge problem. It needs to be solved. And I'll say, why is your idea from the future? Well, in the future, I believe mental health needs to be solved. I'm like, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, what part of the future have you been living in that gives you the right to have an opinion about the future? So I like to say, if you're not living in the future, your opinion about it isn't valid. It's kind of like saying, I think a customer will do X and you've never talked to a customer. I'm like, okay, your opinion's interesting, but irrelevant. And so the only relevant opinions about the future come from people who are living in it.